Are you tired of being overcharged and forced into paying a monthly subscription for your Mac and Windows software? Well, if you are, currently we're having a 50% off discount on all the latest Mac and Windows software, such as AutoCAD, SolidWorks, Photoshop, Microsoft Office, and much more. Our 50% off discount will be ending soon, so be sure to text us "Need Software" to 323-405-1341. That's 323-405-1341. We aim to please, so expect 24/7 technical support, the latest premium software, instant software links delivered to your email, and PayPal buyer's protection guarantee.
What's up, y'all?
Welcome
back to the Godcast. I'm Lord Jamar.
I'm Digga.
And it's your boy Artie Stidax with the Ridax, stimulating the economy.
Oh shit! I wasn't ready for that. That boy had a little bars. He said it's Artie Stidax with the Ridax, stimulating the economy.
You heard it here first on the Godcast.
I seen this boy eating 5-star meals. We almost got to talk about that. We almost have to show maybe a 5-star meal per show. This guy be eating some fucking 5-star meals for real. Even though I don't always agree with what he's eating, because a lot of times it's steak and shit, but it do be some 5-star shit.
I just had some steak.
Talk about it, Digga.
Best goddamn dead carcass I ever had.
Y'all ain't right. Yeah, this motherfucker be in the back of fucking, like where the chef be cooking at and shit, with a table type of. He be doing that type of shit. Like, this nigga don't be playing.
I gotta hang out with you more, man.
Come on, Digga.
Sound like my type of party.
Okay.
Eating good, Digga. Gotta eat good, Digga. Sometimes even if it's unhealthy, like Lord J said, eating them carcasses.
Come on, ain't nothing wrong with a nice little piece of lean steak protein.
That's what I'm talking about, Digga. Yes. Yes.
I don't see nothing wrong.
I begs to differ.
With a little steak dinner.
Yeah, man.
You like that beef in your mouth.
Pause.
I was about to say.
Pause on my end. Pause.
I just got a text from
Godfrey.
He said he's almost ready. All right. Hang on, I'm gonna tell him.
Digga, you get any flooding in your neck of the woods? No rain or nothing?
No, sir.
See, so what in St. Louis they got having floods? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, man. They said it was it made nationwide news. They said worst flood in 100 years.
Wow.
Talking about cars underwater.
Nothing but hundreds of degrees is where I'm at.
Yeah, nice. It's pretty hot everywhere right now. Did you hear they're having like heat waves in Europe and shit like that?
Yeah.
Did you hear that? And like
a lot of
white people's dying.
A lot of people don't have AC, especially like in London. You know, they said the homes are built to retain the heat because, you know, it's typically chilly over there.
Right.
So what's happening is they're having, you know, people are dying from heat strokes.
Wow.
Yep.
You think it got anything to do with global warming?
No.
I do. I believe in global warming.
Well, while we're waiting for Godfrey, man, let's get both of your viewpoints on that. What y'all think?
Oh, stop it.
When it's 70 degrees on New Year's Eve, something the fuck is the fuck up.
Ain't nothing to fuck up. Everything is how it should be. Global warming is another way for them to get fucking money. It's some bullshit.
Talk about it, Lord. Yeah. How are they monetizing it?
Hang on a second. I might have something like a screen share I can share with you. I think I have something kind of recent. Maybe it's not that recent. by fucking getting funds and shit like that for shit that doesn't exist. They're famous at this fucking shit. They create funds and we have to fight this and that and blah blah blah.
I mean, with anything,
bullshit.
people are gonna find a way to buck the system. It doesn't mean it's not happening. It just means they found a way to capitalize on the situation.
Nah, it's not happening.
All right.
It's not happening. And there's no evidence that it's happening other than it's just sounding an alarm that it's happening.
Hotter year by year.
It's not hotter year by year. It actually be mad cold at the same time. Like, how do you explain
that love and live in cold water are making their way to the front of the shores now because the water isn't cold enough for them anymore.
Who the hell said this?
There's a list of things.
Who said this?
Digga,
let me tell you what the guy.
Are the polar caps melting, Digga?
Yep. Where's my man from who the founder of the Weather Channel? Let's see what the fuck he has to say on this. Where is this guy?
Digga, I didn't hear you. Did you say the polar caps? You think the polar caps are melting?
I do.
Okay.
Oh, word, y'all been there to see that?
Nope, I just see all the excessive floods.
Right, and you know that polar caps are supposed to melt, right?
Are they?
You know that they're supposed to melt and then refreeze. That's part of the whole cycle.
Are they supposed to melt at the rate that they're melting?
Y'all don't know what rate they're melting at. That's the whole thing. You don't know anything about the rate that they're melting at. Again, we're going by what people are sounding the alarm at. Damn, where is this shit?
Maybe there's a reason for them to sound an alarm.
And maybe there's not.
They just sound.
And maybe it's just more game to have you fucking worried about some bullshit.
All right, real quick, I'm interested in, and I know the Yanadameeners want to hear some bullet points. Digga, if you can give us some bullet points on global warming from what you know.
I'll be honest, I don't give a shit, but I'd be lying if I said I was doing any real deep research.
Okay,
exactly,
fair enough.
But I mean, I just can use my own 5 senses to know it ain't supposed to be spring. On Christmas.
Fair enough.
Oh, here's our brother. Hang on, I just heard. Oh no. Oh yes, here he is. Hang on.
Now this is the founder of the Weather Channel, you said?
No, this is
Godfrey.
Nope.
Hey, what's going on?
Finally, God damn, what up? Jesus Christ.
What up?
Fuck, man.
What up, my brother?
Stacks.
What up?
Jamar, what up?
The gang's all hit here.
Jesus Christ.
Last time I was here, and it was me and Digga, and a few people was like, where's Godfrey? Where's Stacks? You know what I mean?
Everybody's all over the place. That's what
I know. And I was like, let's get us all in the room together.
Hey.
Yeah, man.
What's good, my brother?
I'm good, man. I got a bunch of fucking
You look like you glowing, Godfrey.
Did you cut your windy dreads?
No, they just pulled up.
I just been running. I was they I was just running fast, so they.
I was at the gym earlier. I had to put up an audition. I got 2 more auditions to put up later. So I'm like,
damn. Right. Oh, and you're on this self-tape shit that they're on, right?
Oh yeah, man. I'm like, God damn. And then you got to find readers for it. You got to go. Oh,
yes.
Go, okay, I'll see. I'll meet you. I'll talk to you in a bit. When are you going to be? Okay.
And it's like, are you going to have the reader in the room or is it a Zoom reader?
It's a Zoom. Mine's going to be a Zoom and they're in LA.
It's weird, man. It's weird. I think there's pros and cons to that.
You don't do the record track, talk to yourself?
Fuck that. I hate that shit.
Yeah, no, I don't. I've never tried that. That's weird.
I used to do that. I'm tired of
I'll have somebody actually in the room reading for me. You know what I mean? Like
that's good. I have Zooms. I use my.
But I've done the Zoom as well.
I use my my iPad. I use that, and then I boom or Facebook has a little visual thing. You can use that. I use a visual. You can call on Facebook.
I use the phone.
Yeah, or I use my phone to record, then I use my iPad to have the person on there. But if they're usually a lot of my readers are on the West Coast and they're really good. So they'll be like, okay, I'll be there. What 10 o'clock your time?
Right,
time.
right.
You know, so I got them later. So I'm like, all right, we got shit. And it's like, I like it. The little thing I like about self-tapes is I don't feel like going to them dumb casting offices.
Right. And, you know, if you fuck it up, you can do it again.
Do it over.
You know what I mean? Until you're really comfortable with it. That's the only thing I like about it.
You don't feel any bias because some of these casting directors be acting like sometimes they hate you and shit.
It do be a weird vibe in there when you go
they be
for
looking up
auditions.
at other motherfuckers. Hey, how are y'all? Why y'all? And then you be like, hi. Damn, I ain't getting this.
They ain't fucking with me.
So psychologically, it's good when you're at home, just doing your best, and you send it out there. You don't have to look at a bunch of angry white bitches judging you.
Well, break a leg, my brother. Break a leg.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, good luck to you.
Godfrey, you still you're done with Wildin' Out, right? That season?
I did, yeah. The new season is playing right now. I did 16, 17, 18. Nick is gonna do 2 seasons in a month. It's gonna be August 24th to September 24th. He's, you know, we were shooting 3 episodes a day.
Wow.
And so when you see us in Wildin' Out, we're exhausted. Like after the first, you're like, oh man, you gotta really suck it up and be like, wildin'. You're like,
killing it.
Oh, killing it. Oh, fuck.
Kick him out the classroom.
I love that one. I ain't gonna front. I like that one. I like the Green. There's a couple I like, and I tell Nick, and the ones that I hate, I go, I don't want to fucking make up no
If I have to killing one more motherfucker,
I'm gonna smack the shit out of
I'm gonna really kill somebody for real.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, if I don't go back, I got my 3 in. I mean,
right.
I can say that I was part of the Wildin' Out crew. I finally did it. Nick kept
right.
Me.
Why wouldn't you go back, Godfrey? You'll be back. You'll be back. Aren't you writing too, right?
What?
You're writing for the show, right?
This episode I was part of the writers too.
Yeah, you'll be back. You'll be back, man.
I don't mind if I was just writing. I don't really care about participating. I'll just write.
Right.
Because I did like 40 fucking episodes, man. So I'm cool. DC Young Fly though, that's their shit.
That's their shit. Yes.
That's their shit. I came in. Don't get me wrong. I had some dope ass moments though. I was coming with
their ass.
You know what I mean? And it's cool. I mean, Nick's awesome. So we'll see what happens, you know. But I'm gonna be on that. I'm gonna be back on Southside again.
Okay.
That show on HBO Max. Those brothers, those Muslim brothers, those writers from Harvard. They from Chicago.
Okay.
They got that comedy show they got on. It's a comedy sketch kind of thing. It's called Southside. It's about some delivery dudes from Chicago. And I did the last season, and I'm doing the next season. Next week, I'm shooting in Chicago 2 days. On HBO.
Speaking of comedy, real quick, this brings me into a topic that I didn't even really have written down, but I'm just thinking about it. Who's the comedian just recently that was talking shit about Will Smith?
Are you talking about George Wallace?
George Wallace.
Oh, that was hilarious.
George Wallace. He said, I don't fuck with no Smiths. He said, I don't give a fuck of the Smithsonian. Like anything with a Smith. He said, fuck Will and bald ass Jada. He said them 2 little weird ass kids. He said, fuck them all. Like
George Wallace has been doing comedy 40-some years. We have the same birthday, July 21st. Me, George Wallace, Robin Williams, all this July 21st.
Oh, a bunch of funny motherfuckers.
Yeah, John Lovett's 21st.
A bunch of funny bones on that day. What's going on? Is that a sacred day for the funny bone?
Must be. Well, Cosby's July 12th.
Oh, shit. He got his shit backwards. July 12th. He should have been stick with the 21st.
Yeah, and George Wallace, man, that was funny. He said, I'm tired of fuck the Smiths. I'm tired of anything that's a goddamn Smith. I don't give a fuck about Will Smith. I don't give a Smithsonian. All of the, and the weird ass kid, fuck them all. Fuck them all.
That's better than playing the fucking shit back. That was the playback right there.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hang on.
And I wanted to bring up another brother I just got off the phone with, whose special is murdering on YouTube, Ali Sadiq.
Thank you, Candace.
Ali Sadiq is one of a phenomenal comedian from Houston. You know, he was in prison for 6 years, and his stories of prison life, his, you know, and drug life, all kind. He's a Muslim, got kids. His special called Domino Effect. Domino Effect. That's on
Where can people find that?
On YouTube. Just look up Domino Effect, Ali Sadiq, representing Houston. He's so fucking good. It's already at 3.3 million. He just released that shit like 2 months ago. And I would love him to be on the show. He's fantastic. And he was just on Joe Rogan podcast. You know, and yeah, he's the truth. And you know what? He was supposed to be on HBO, but he said something on some show, and HBO got mad at him and didn't let him on. So he's killing it on YouTube anyway.
What's his name?
Ali Sadiq.
Okay.
Not Ali Shaheed. Ali Sadiq. Domino Effect.
Okay.
And not Raphael Sadiq from Tony.
Right.
Don't get it twisted.
That's what I was
Get it
thinking.
twisted, motherfucker. And if you guys were in Hartford, Connecticut this week, you better come see me at the Funny Bone, 5th and the 6th, bitches.
Bitches. In the Funny Bone. And it's funny that I was saying Funny Bone. You really gonna be at the Funny Bone, huh?
At the Funny Bone, man.
Come on.
You know what the
man.
name of the Funny Bone is? You know what the Funny Bone?
Yeah. That shit don't feel funny then when you hit the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Though.
It's
You
called
don't be laughing, I'll tell you that much.
It's called the humerus bone. That's what's great. The humerus bone.
Shabaram, thank you. He said the heat here in Western Europe is insane right now. I heard that it was. I heard
That's
that,
normal though. It's not global
They
warming.
falling out there. They falling
Oh,
out. out
Digga
there.
with
It's not.
That's normal.
I don't
Shots
know.
fired by
Maybe
Digga.
somebody's 6,000 years is up,
We was talking about before you came in, Godfrey.
and it's time to go.
We was talking about global warming before you came in, Godfrey.
Oh, it's summertime. How's the global warming?
Digga?
I mean, well, Jamar, what do y'all think about Andrew Tate? Who's Andrew Tate?
Andrew Tate.
Yeah, I keep hearing his name. Do I know this guy?
I don't know, but apparently we're supposed to. Thank you, Hustler Life. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, Hustler.
44.
I'm so stupid sometimes.
Hustler Life 44.
Thank you, Hustler Life.
Thank you.
I don't know about Andrew Tate, who Andrew Tate is. Maybe y'all can educate us in the chat. I don't know who you're talking about. Shout out to Candace. She said, hit that like button, good people. And I'm going to have to go ahead and agree with her.
I was going to say, Digga, Ali Sadiq said he booked you for shows in Houston a long time ago, too.
He probably did.
Yeah, you, Common, and he's like, yeah, I don't
remember every motherfucker that booked me. He probably did.
I mean, you said it, not me.
But it's real talk, though. It's real talk. Like
I mean,
I literally had a nigga that said he booked us like 20 years ago.
Remember me?
And he booked us again. He's like, yo, you don't remember? I booked you at nigga.
No, he didn't say you remember. He just said that.
David's in Virginia Beach or some shit. I mean, that was so long ago.
We got to drink together, man.
I was like, I remember the spot, bro. But for me to like really remember you like that, like,
come on,
it's gonna
bro.
be hard, man.
Come on,
I don't care if we drank, smoke, whatever the fuck. Like,
right.
You know, it's gonna be hard. But
he's part of
no disrespect. You know what I mean? But
he's part of a human trafficking investigation.
And this is the thing. How many promoters do you guys run through in 20 years?
Hell of a lot.
Man.
Only the ones that you like really deal with on multiple occasions, you start to remember who they are and all of that. You know what I mean? Like in New York, shout out my man Gungi Gungy with somebody.
Andrew Tate was a kickboxer, pro-Trumper, turned viral. He's now being investigated for human trafficking.
Mm.
Damn.
That's nice.
You
made it to the big time, Andrew.
Oh boy.
Got that trafficking going on.
Man, Tate.
What kind of humans was he trafficking?
Word.
What kind of humans? Little boys? Little girls?
I don't know. It doesn't say. I have to like read this.
Man.
Right.
Shout out more fire. He said, "Boom, Lord Jamar on." What he said, 26
years.
He lives in Romania.
26K. I don't get that one. Boom, Lord Jamar on 26K.
Yeah, I said 6,000. He said 26.
He got rich by exploiting women on webcam.
Thank you, more fire.
Oh, isn't there a Netflix special on that dude?
Really?
Maybe. I'm like, who hasn't been doing that? That's been going on since Mike's apartment. Like,
they got this joint on
Mike's
Netflix.
apartment, y'all. Anybody remember?
What you talking about? The Tinder swindler? I think
No,
that's
not Tinder swindler. There's a new one called "The Most Hated Man on the Internet." That's the name of it.
Oh,
really?
Okay. Yeah.
It might be him.
He was extorting people.
Hey man, thank God for criminals, because
that's the Tinder. That's the Tinder guy.
He said, "Thank God for
I
criminals."
like cool motherfuckers, man. They make good docs. I mean, they're horrible, but
there's a new doc, nigga. It's called "The Most Hated Man on the Internet."
Man.
So listen, everybody in the chat, make sure you click that like button.
Second to Lord Jamar.
You said what?
He said the most hated man on the internet. I said second to Lord Jamar.
Notorious.
Nah, I don't think I'm hated like that anymore. Like that's old news, me being hated. You're the only one that hates me now. Thank you, Mum Raw. He said, please talk more on Notorious B1, Godfrey thoughts. Okay, I actually could play the thing. Did you actually see this shit finally, Digga?
What happened?
Nah, I didn't.
With this Notorious B1 who apparently you know, he came out with the Juicy and all this type of shit first. He was a fat guy rhyming.
What?
And he had Juicy a year before Biggie did. And you know, it's kind of like one of the case of it's not who does it first, it's who does it best. And yes, Biggie did it better. But can a case be made?
That's subjective.
Can a case be made that maybe someone did hear this and they was like, yo, if you did this shit would even be better. Like, you know what I mean? And okay, here it goes. Actually, I found the shit. Hang on a second.
Wow. There's a lot of songs that have been like done and you didn't realize.
Right. And that are jacking. And some of your most favorite people have done this before.
Well, Khalees just shut down Beyonce and said, bitch, what are you doing? Taking my shit. Wait, I can't hear it.
That wasn't
Hang on, I'm trying to.
But we'll discuss that.
Hang on, let me share it. And
what's that? That's the Biggie version, right?
No, this is Homeboy. That's what I'm saying. Like this shit is crazy. Like even the way he's rhyming. And his name is Notorious B1. Just keep that in mind. Yes. Big had to change his name from Biggie Smalls because some white dude had that name. Hang on.
These motherfuckers can't find their own shit. Oh my God.
He sound like Biggie.
Damn.
Biggie sounds like him.
That's why I thought that's why I thought that was Biggie.
Holy
1990, 1993.
Whoa.
He came out in 94.
This shit was probably slapping in Mississippi too.
Okay, but like,
why is this just now coming out?
Biggie sounded fatter.
Right, he said Biggie sounded fatter.
Godfrey, this emoji.
I can hear some
Godfrey.
now. Think about the time. Like the internet wasn't out and all of that. If a nigga's in Mississippi or whatever the shit the case may be, if a nigga from New York heard that idea and was like, yo, ain't nobody gonna know that. You know what I mean? Like,
damn.
And he did it better, like, you know what I mean?
Who you think Jack did? Who's
the better
Biggie or Puff?
Though.
Puffy.
I mean, granted, he had
well, his was bigger
and everybody, but he had the machine behind him. That doesn't you can't say that if this gentleman didn't have that same machine or those same plugs, he wouldn't have blew up to be somebody.
I feel like if he had the same kind of talent and charisma, machine or not, he probably would have blown a little farther than he did. Like, how big was that song in his region? Why did it never go national? You know what I mean? Because it was only, I understand the machine part, but sometimes it's people lack a certain charisma too. You see what I'm saying?
I think at that time New York was kind of redlining hip hop, respectfully.
Yeah, well, yes and no. Actually, Cali was running shit at that time. That's why Biggie had to come out with a Juicy to try to bring shit back to New York. Let's put it in perspective. Like, what was running shit at that time?
We're talking
93.
93. That's Wu-Tang era.
That's fucking Wu-Tang, fucking Death Row.
Snoop Dogg Doggy Style came out in 92.
Everybody was doing it, man. Like,
yeah, I think there was,
but there was a feeling that hip hop, like the West Coast, was running shit. I'm telling you. That's why people like fucking Big and them started making certain music that would almost play over there. Juicy was some shit that could play in the West Coast.
Did Doggy Style come out in 92 or 93?
I want to say 92.
Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style.
92.
90. Okay.
I got a question.
Yes.
What about, M2 just died, who did Juicy, the original?
Right.
Maybe could have been like Puffy got the licensing for it quicker than that, because he probably used that track,
Well, definitely he could pay for it before Big Man can.
That's what
you know what I mean?
Puffy probably said, we're going to pay for that beat. We're going to get that shit.
You're going to get it right, and we're going to take it. We're going to make it bigger than what this dude could do.
Right.
That he was on to something, but I think we could do it better.
It's
you know what I mean?
It's like
so now we got to decide. Now, here's the thing, though. But in hip hop, right, there in the original code of hip hop, there's something called no biting, right? So you're not really supposed to be taking people's style or ideas or but lines in their rhymes. All of that type of shit is something that we would call biting. Was this a bite? Under hip hop standards?
Yes.
Blatant. B1. The dude's name was the Notorious B1.
And that's kind of ill too. Like, and then to change your name to Notorious B.I.G. and this guy's name was Notorious B1.
But also,
that's a little ill.
Remember Raekwon in the one album where he goes, "Yo, man, that motherfucker took Nas shit, put the baby on the front. Remember that shit?"
Yes.
So took that.
Yes, they're trying to say that he might have a history of taking shit, and we wasn't realizing, and maybe that's part of what fucking Tupac was upset with too. You understand what I'm saying? Part, he knew certain things.
I never understood that skit. Nas had his face, right?
No, he was a little kid.
It still was the baby. It was the thing of the baby.
Like, yo, man, if motherfucker do that, I'm gonna approach that nigga. Man, that nigga did that with Nas shit, son. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, it's like, you know what it's like, what's his name? Like Ray Kroc. You know Ray Kroc, that the guy, the CEO of McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, the McDonald brothers were from guys from Chicago that just were a shake and fries and hot dog company, you know. And Ray Kroc was like, "Yo, man, yo, I like what you guys are doing, man. I would love to, like, you know, get in business with you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?"
Yeah.
And then Ray was like, he said he was able to like take all their shit and make burgers, and he started expanding on it, and he kind of literally ganked their shit.
Well, just for
Puff was like, "Yo, Big, take that."
I was about to say, just to put things in perspective, because Biggie's not here to defend himself. Remember, I mean, we saw in the movies even how like that was all Puffy's persistence. Like Big wasn't even off that track like that. He was on his machine gun phone.
No, we a lot of people immediately think that Puffy's the one that actually stole this. Like that somehow Puffy's the one that heard this and was like, "Yo, you should rhyme on this track, and yo, you should change your name to Notorious B.I.G." You know, everybody's, from what I hear, feels like Puffy was the progenitor of this. You know what I mean? Like he was the one that probably came up with this diabolical idea to do this old biting ass maneuver, because, you know, he just didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
There's another dude. They just came out with the black dude that Elvis got his singing voice from.
Big might have. What if Big didn't even know about this at all?
What? Oh,
like what if he never heard it? But see, now I feel like he almost had to, because the way that the dude's rhyming,
exactly.
Big kind of like taking the flow but doing it better. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. They a lot of this stuff is coming out. A lot of songs thought were originals. They're starting to come out. And they even had the dude that Elvis took his voice from, the black dude. We're gonna win. There's a black dude that is singing that Elvis took from. It's unbelievable. This dude's like, and Elvis literally snatched his voice. It just came out.
Now I said this before. I just want to say it again. I don't think that Big took this guy's spot. I don't think that this guy was ever going to be what Big became. You know what I mean? Regardless, maybe it's because he didn't have the machine or charisma, whatever the case may be. I don't think that by Big doing this, he somehow stopped this guy from becoming more than what he could be.
This guy's from down south, Mississippi, right?
Yes.
Oh man,
weren't a lot of New Yorkers in the streets hustling, taking trips down south. So who's to say?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Well, first of all, when you got a record company and all of that, people are sending you fucking demos from all over the country. You know what I mean? True. You're opening up demos, and you're having laughing party, you're having demo parties. Sometimes people used to sit in the offices and like listen to people's shit, and if it's whack, you throw it out the window, some crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like, or burn it in the garbage can. It was crazy shit that people would do to niggas tapes and shit. But if it was good or it's all right, you put it in another fucking pile. Like, yo, these shits was all right. Like, or this was a good idea. It could have been better, but they was onto something with this. I might just sample that. You know what I mean? That's the type of shit they would be on. I'm telling you.
The A&Rs.
I just think it's wrong to assume he wouldn't have went nowhere, because you can't say that. You can't say that record wouldn't have got him to the halfway mark, and in the hands of.
Well, he had a year to make it do something, and it didn't do nothing.
In the hands of some big wig, somebody come polish you up, clean you up, change your wardrobe, give you a deal, do all that for. Can't say that he wouldn't have made it.
I'm saying I don't think that it made a difference. I don't know if he would or not. I doubt it. From what I can see and can tell, I doubt it.
Does anybody know? Does anybody know where this gentleman? I mean, and not for nothing, who's to say that once Big came out, because it was a cardinal sin to sounding like Biggie sounded, like arguably ruined a lot of people. Like it didn't,
I feel like to this very day it ruins artists.
Yeah, so it's like now Biggie is out. he's got the machine, he's got this record, and now this guy is coming out. Like now they're gonna call him the knockoff Biggie. So probably that. Who's to say all of that didn't play a factor in stunting his growth?
That's what ruined.
It may have, yeah. I can see that.
Remember that black kid too.
Gorilla, yeah, I see in the comments somebody put, yeah, like Gorilla Black, like Shine was even catching hell for sounding like
Shine ended up getting a pass. Shine, somehow people looked through his shit at one point and was like, okay, maybe he does have his own little thing going on there.
I know, like sounding like anybody was bad. Like poor Ali Vegas, like he caught hell sounding like Nas, and just like some people's voice are just their voice, but unfortunately, you know, you get a little stain on you.
Man, I remember when Paris was trying to sound like Rakim for a second.
That still goes
Paris,
on today, man. With that the Panda guy, Panda in Future.
King's son in Paris.
Oh, Future definitely birthed a lot of sons.
I just talked to King's son on the phone the other day.
Oh, man. How's that guy? It's the heat up.
Yeah, he's
it's
we
a
need
heat
to get
up.
him on here actually.
Is he a big guy? He looked like a
he's a big guy.
That when I was in college, I go, that dude looks like a big motherfucker. It's a heat up.
Man, he was a wild motherfucker back in the days too. He would be ready.
Was that King's son?
Hell yeah.
Bald-headed, light-skinned, big motherfucker, man.
Mm-hmm.
We had all, man, when I was in college, you guys, we had all your shit.
Somebody said, let's see if we can get Notorious B1 on the Godcast.
Hell yeah.
Let's find him.
That would be interesting, right? Where would we even have him?
We
Let's
gotta
find him. Does he have an Instagram?